nice short sequence made especially for runners. You can do before or after or both, but it's also equally great for if you're just walking, any other exercise. But here's a nice, I do this before I run, runner's yoga sequence. So we stand in Tadasana at the top of our mats, feet hip width distance. A couple of nice inhale and exhales. Then let's inhale the arms up. Exhale and fold forward in Uttanasana. Inhale halfway up. Bend your knees deeply here. Place your hands on your shins and for a nice long spine. Couple of breaths. You could put more weight in the top part of the feet and shift the sit bones up high, even as you keep a nice long spine. The spine is as if you were standing upright. Then on an exhale, release and fold, rounding gently through the mid-back. Then on an inhale, plant through the feet. Use the core body as you lift up, exhaling down. From here, step your left foot over to the outside of your right. Inhale, the arms come up. As you exhale, fold forward and down, rounding gently through the mid-spine, forehead towards the legs. Feel a nice stretch in your outside of the right hip here. Inhaling, use the core body, breathe through the feet. It's just breathing through the feet and using the core to help lift up, and exhaling, hands to the heart. And then uncross the legs. And then we'll take the right foot to the outside of the left foot. Inhaling the arms up. And exhaling, folding forward and down. When you're doing your own sequence before running and after, you can stay in your stretch as long as feels comfortable. I always aim for 5 to 10 breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. Good. And from here, we come down onto our mats, seated in Dandasana, seated staff pose. Walk your left foot in towards you and cross it over to the outside of the right leg, hugging the knee in with your right arm and drawing the spine tall, aiming for equal weight down through each of the sit bones, so each side of the body, equally rooting down. Shoulders can stay soft. Inhaling, the left arm comes up to the left ear, and as you exhale, turning to the left, planting your fingertips down and looking out over your left shoulder. As you hug the left knee over to the right, you can feel a nice working into the left hip. And inhale back. And let's take this, bend the right knee, bring your right heel up to the outside of your right hip. Going into a form of Gomukhasana, cow-facing pose. Stacking the knees as much as feels comfortable. Keeping your ankles flexed, toes towards the knee. It's okay if the knees don't completely reach each other. We all have different degrees of opening in our hips, and especially if you're a runner, these areas can be tight. So just as much as feels comfortable stacking the knees, and you are aiming again for each of the sit bones to feel equally rooted down into the earth. Let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, place the right palm down, arms distance away, and reach through the left fingertips, folding over to the right. 3 to 5 breaths. Inhale, reaching up. Exhaling, placing the left palm down and reaching the right arm through the right side of the body. Reach out through the fingertips. Opening the heart. from here, place your hands in front, framing the knees. Rooting through fingertips or palms, we're going to lift the hips up and then pivot on the toes to your right, coming into a lunge. You want the ankle to be the knee to be right over the ankle. Bring your right knee back and down. Hands to the top of the left thigh. And press through the left thigh as you reach the spine up through the crown of the head. And then on an exhale, dropping the tailbone down. This works nicely into that right hip flexor. And then from there you can reach the arms up. Exhaling, bring the hands to frame the front foot. Tuck the right toes and lift the back knee. Coming back into a runner's lunge. Breathing through, we're going to lift the upper body up for a high lunge. You can bend that right knee, squaring the hips down. Then pressing energy back through that right heel. Bringing the left palm to the top of the left thigh and inhale, opening the right arm up. Working out over the head. Inhaling back and then placing the right palm on the left thigh and opening the left arm, left behind. Inhaling back. One more big inhale. Place the hands down into framing the front foot and then a slight straightening through the front leg as you fold over, working into the left hamstring. On your inhale, come forward. Knee right over the ankle, and then we're going to draw the right knee back in, coming back into Gopukasana. But from there, we're going to stretch the legs out and go to the other side. Coming back into seated staff pose. Walk the right foot in, cross it over to the outside of the left leg. Keeping the left leg straight initially and hugging the knee in, draw the spine gently tall. Inhale the right arm up towards the right ear. And exhaling, opening to the right. Looking out over your right shoulder. Inhaling back to the center. Stack the knees. Bend the left knee and have that heel sit up to the outside of the right hip. And noticing, usually for most of us, we're not exactly symmetrical in our flexibility on the sides of the body. So one side of this pose might feel freer and more open regarding stacking the knees, and then the other side may not accomplish as deep of a opening, but that's okay. Just go as deep as feels comfortable. Inhale the arms in. Exhale, placing the left palm down and reaching through the right. Inhaling up, place the right palm down, reach the left arm up and over the head. Inhaling back up. Okay. Plant the hands in front, framing the knees. You can tip the fingers, but you want to lean forward, rooting into the earth as you lift the hips. And just pivot on the balls of the feet towards to the left side with the right foot forward and Work into your lunge. Maybe you want knee right over the ankle or slightly behind it. Good. Then we're going to bring the left knee down, lift the upper body, rooting down the hands through the top of the right thigh as you lift the spine up nice and tall. And then on an exhale, sinking the hips down. And reaching the arms up. It is a beautiful day today, March 20th. Exhaling the arms, framing the front foot. Tuck the left toes and lift the back knee. Runner's lunge. And on an inhale, rooting through the right foot, lifting the upper body into a high lunge. Good. Exhaling the hands down and then inhaling the left arm opens and looking out over the left fingertips. Stretch and folding over the front leg. The back heel does not have to come down. It can still be just on the ball of the foot, a slight bend in the knee. If you want to walk your back foot in and plant down the whole sole of the foot, that's okay, but it's also okay just to stay lifted, just working into the right hands. And then inhale. Bring that right shin forward, the left knee comes down. Excellent. Place your hands behind your hips and unintertwine the legs. Shake it out. Come down onto your backs. Easing back and down. This is a very important place to stretch before and after run. The quad muscles. So step your feet hip width distance apart. Maybe even a little wider, more like mat width distance. Hands to your belly. And then sway the knees back and forth. A couple of times. And then the next time you go to the right, just drop the legs down. The legs are staggered apart, so they're not touching, but as we just drop the knees down here, you can feel a nice stretch in the top side of the right leg. It can be nice just to let gravity and time work into this, but if you don't feel anything, you're keeping the ankle flexed, you can take your left palm to gently, the fingers circle the left ankle, and then you can press the femur bone down. It's okay if the left hip lifts up. The caveat here is to be sure that you don't feel any pain around your kneecap. We don't want to feel any pulling around the kneecap. If you do, just release the ankle and don't press the leg down. Just let gravity do the work. You can even walk the heel away from your body a little bit. So if you feel that, it just could mean you have really tight quad muscles. Good. Then you release that side and let the knees go down to the left. Again, it could be enough just to breathe a few breaths, several breaths, and let gravity work into the right side of the front side of the leg. Nancy's enjoying the sun. She loves warm weather. If you need to deepen, you can just let your fingertips take the ankle and gently press the finger bone down.
I didn't eat the butter anymore.
Did you eat the bread though? Oh, good job. Hi, buddy. Ooh. Good. And then lift up. Come up to seated. And you're really ready for a run at this point. You could walk to any other exercise, but that's really nice for opening the backs, the middle, and top side of the legs. Namaste.